Making your way through work Monday takes everything you got. Then Monday night rolls around and you realize there's a shot. You're only 10 points away. All those times when your team had no fight, they're just so gosh darn frail. Then your star quarterback let another deep ball sail, and your third round pick bet on his team. Then go check out our streets where everybody knows your pain, and they listen to complaints. You wanna be where you can see our bodies bring you no shame. You wanna go where everybody knows your pain.
Welcome into another episode of Dad Bod Fantasy Squad. Boys, what's up?
Mario.
What's going on?
Guys, the countdown is starting. We are 19 days, 18 days.
Yeah,
it's
getting
there.
Close.
It's close
to D-Day.
It's close, dude. The NFL draft is right around the corner. We're going to have to get a draft episode in. We're going to have to be live on the draft episode. Maybe. It's coming. Football season is approaching, dude. Right now, sucks.
We had some stuff this week. Little things.
It's real dry. It's real dry right now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So also, so you guys know, I turned off my headphones, turned them back on. They sounded the same in the intro. And then it just all became clear, dude. It clicked like 3 seconds after I turned them back on. I was like, damn, that didn't do anything. And then it popped in.
Just needed to go.
Hopefully our audio sounds fine. Yeah, out to everybody else as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's good. It's good on my end, so I'm hoping the same.
I'm good. It's just Mario.
Do we? So let me ask you guys. We got the draft. Was it the 28th? Did you guys see? Did you look that up? Let me see.
Yeah, 27, 28, 29.
Oh, it's the 27th. 17 days, dude. That's less than a week. That's less than 2 weeks and a half.
Yeah,
2 weeks and a half. 2.5 weeks. I'm drinking coffee tonight.
I was gonna say when you were saying that, it was throwing me off a little bit. I was second guessing myself.
You can always tell when Mario's on the coffee.
I do feel great on the coffee, dude. It keeps me alive. April 27th, yes. So do we expect any big time moves before the draft, on the draft? There's definitely going to be some moves on the draft. So there's been a lot of smoke around Arizona Cardinals. Schefter tweeted out today, there's been 6 teams to reach out about that number 3 pick.
Makes sense.
Do we think that gets moved before the draft? Do we think it gets moved on clock?
I would say on clock.
You think on clock?
I would say on clock.
Norton?
That's tough, man. That's tough. Yeah, I would.
Do they move it at all?
I do think they move it.
You do think they move it?
They're gonna move it for sure.
Like it's probably just gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be. Makes too much sense, really.
Who's got the 5?
Seahawks.
5. Okay, Seahawks.
I can see the Hawks trading up.
I don't think they want to trade up.
I do. I think they want a QB of the future.
But they would be trading up for what? So you're saying that 4 QBs go in the first 4 picks?
I didn't say that. I think if they trade up over the Colts, right?
Yeah.
To get their Anthony Richardson, who probably might need a season to sit behind Geno, which makes a lot of sense. They get your quarterback of the future. The Colts, I don't know. You know, it all depends on their evaluation of Will Levis. I don't personally think he's top 4 material.
So I'm really excited because I want to dive into this stuff like in a solo episode about this. But when you look at the top 10 picks, is there any possibility, and Norton, this is for you, is there any possibility that we see 5 QBs go in top 10? And I'll wiggle to top 15 as well. Is it that insane?
I don't think it's that insane to be.
Who's 5? Hendon Hooker?
Hendon Hooker would be the 5th.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was trying to think it, but I don't expect it. But at the same time, I don't think it's crazy if it happens. But yeah, I mean,
out of the first 5, 4 could take QBs.
right.
I think 4. I'm not going to say a lock, but I feel strongly that 4 goes in the top 10. Even if people are saying Will Levis is going to fall to the second round, I think he goes in top 10. I would be surprised if the Colts don't take him. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
like a quarterback.
Yeah, like Rob said, it's basically all it takes is one team to, fall in love. It depends on their evaluation of him, but I mean, I don't personally love him either, but at the same time, I mean, obviously all of us are wrong all the time. So who knows? I mean, and if it just takes one team to really fall in love with his skills, and they're gonna. I mean, I'm a firm believer though. If you do believe that a guy is the guy, that you do whatever it takes to get him. So if any team believes he is the guy, they should do what it takes to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I feel like that teams are looking at all of these players in this draft. I mean, across the board almost. Let's just talk about skill players for a second. They're looking at some of these skill players across the board, and I don't think any of them have that confidence to say this is by far the number one guy. I guess you can argue, obviously, Bijan, and you could say the same for JSN, but it's only because of lack of talent elsewhere in the wide receiver position that they've been saying. But like QB wise, there's been such a shuffle of for the past 4 weeks of, are we going to see Stroud go first? Are we going to see Bryce Young go first? Or are we going to see Anthony Richardson go first, which he's been kind of a roller coaster in the odds. He's starting to go back down. I mean, the situation, I don't think this has ever happened in NFL history, but if this was to happen, if there was going to be 5 QBs that go in the top 10, it's not going to be something like Atlanta takes one at 9. I don't think they're going to do it. Oakland's not going to do it I think they're at 7. I may be off on these numbers, by the way. I think Oakland takes a defensive end. I don't know what Atlanta takes, but there's been rumors that they're taking a wide receiver, maybe even JSN. But if it was going to happen, and it would be absolutely historical, so it's like a slim to none chance, but wouldn't it be QBs 1 through 3? Wait, it would be Stroud, Young, or Young, Stroud. Somebody would trade Cardinals and pop up early at the 3 spot. Then you have 4 is Indianapolis, and 5, this is the stretch right here. This is the big stretch. 5 people have been saying Hendon Hooker might go there to Seahawks.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
It would be wild. I guess
but
this is like combining all of the rumors that are happening right now and making them all happen in one NFL draft. So like I said, slim to none chance. It's weird that there is a path for that to happen, though. Very slim.
Yeah,
very tiny.
I mean, 4 out of the top 5 are looking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you guys know, because I don't know this, but do you know when, if ever there was like 4 or 5 within the top 5 like that?
I don't think there's
Top
ever
of my
been
head,
that.
I don't know.
I was like, I wish I would have looked this up beforehand.
There definitely has never been 5 in the top 5.
Right.
I mean, most of the time a D-end or tackle goes.
I feel like 2018 was
top
the
5 for
closest
sure.
we
Top
got
2.
to this.
Yeah.
We had 5 in the top 15 in 2018. I feel like that was a really close one.
Yeah, it's true. Man, it's tough. Yeah, because I keep trying to think of times where there was multiple QBs in the top, even in the top 5, like even 3. I mean,
here you go. I got something here. So 6 first-round quarterbacks is the record overall. 6.
Okay.
In the first what?
In the first round.
First round. John Elway.
Oh yeah.
Todd Blackledge, Jim Kelly, Tony Eason, Ken O'Brien, and Dan Marino. And then
That
in
was
2018, we got 5 of them.
I was gonna
1999,
say Baker
we had
draft.
1999, we had Tim Couch, Don McMahon, Achilles Smith, and then at 11-12, we had Dante Culpepper, Cade McNown. That was 5 in the top 12 is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that might be the best the most.
I think it is.
Because the other three were top three, right? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Was that McNabb?
None of them were. Oh yeah. Tim
Couch,
Couch, McNabb, and Smith. Yep, top three.
Keely. Yeah.
And then 2018, it was Baker at 1, Sam Darnold at 3, Allen at 7, Rosen at 10, and Lamar Jackson at 32. Crazy.
Straight up, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be wild for sure. But yeah, that top three in the 91 or whatever it was, that's a wild one too. Be interesting to see if we do get that top three, all three.
And well, now we're looking at this like I feel like it's a lock to have 3 in the top 5 also. I almost am like confident to say 4 in the top 5, but that's where things get a little dicey.
Yeah.
It just depends on the grade on Levis. Yeah.
Like Cardinals are either going defensive end, which they desperately need, or they can solidify a ton of pieces probably.
That's why, I mean, personally, I think if Seattle loves Richardson, that makes so much sense for everybody because they slide down 2 spots. They still get their defensive end and they get an asset or 2 for the future.
I just don't think Pete Carroll I don't think he wiggles that way where he looks to, he's always kind of been a guy that's taken where it falls, right? I mean, Russell Wilson was what, a 5th rounder, 3rd rounder, maybe 3rd?
Yeah. A lot of rumors that they want a QB. And
their rookie cornerback this year was a 5th rounder. Go ahead. Sorry. He was a Pro Bowler, I think.
And just, I mean, they're moving up 2 spots. It's not like it's going to take multiple. I don't know what it would be to 5 to 3. It would take. It would cost, but it's not going to be like moving up from 10 to 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a big difference.
Yeah, it would cost though. They would put a price on that. I don't know what it would cost. You're right, but I mean, it would probably at least be a future first.
I would think a first next year.
Yeah, probably.
But if you get your guy, it's worth
I mean, it is. If that is their guy, they have been one of the most active on social media, taking pictures with all 5 different quarterbacks. I feel like you've seen a picture with Levis, Richardson, Stroud, Young. I mean, I don't know if I saw the Hooker one though, so maybe just the 4 of those guys I've seen.
They're definitely looking at QBs.
Yeah, which
makes sense.
Feels like smoke.
I don't think so, man. I love Geno. What he did this year was awesome, but
they just calling it quits on Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Really? What was the point of trading for him
then? Money stuff, probably. I don't know. I don't think Drew Lock was the linchpin of the trade.
Man,
I feel like we had way different conversations around this time last year where we didn't even know it was Geno starting.
Well, that's fair, but now look at it. Like Geno Smith beat him up, right? So obviously Drew Lock's not their quarterback.
Remember the headline?
Right.
We have 2 starters.
Yeah. Talk about smoke.
Are you sure they're not this? Yeah. Them looking at a QB feels like smoke too. Geno's not that old.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll.
Pete plays the Jedi mind tricks better than anybody.
For sure.
OBJ signed to the Ravens. What do you get? 13.96 guaranteed or something like that?
14
mil guaranteed, and they won't pay Lamar. What are our thoughts on that, boys?
I think it's a ploy to get Lamar. Does it work? I don't know, but I think it's kind of to entice Lamar to get there.
Do you think that works, Norton? Do you like the move for them? Do you hate it?
Hate it. Honestly, I mean, I think OBJ is cooked at this point. Like, dude, he's got 2 ACL tears in the last 3 years, and like he was already kind of losing a step. I felt like, and I don't know, like it's tough to come back from 1, let alone 2, and he's not getting younger. So it's just like, I mean, they're obviously wide receiver needy, but so like it makes sense from that standpoint, but to give him that much when you're not giving your franchise QB like I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird to me. Like I don't understand. Like it like you said, like Rob mentioned, like it might be a ploy to get him to stay or whatnot. But like, what is? I mean, obviously he was recruiting him too, so it's like kind of making him happy and whatnot. But like, what is it doing giving OBJ that money and like not you? Like
Mhm.
you're not getting paid. They're paying this guy that's like just a name possibly at this point, and like you all you've done is ball out as a when you're healthy, and they're not going to pay you. Like I don't know. That's
Yeah.
the way I'd be looking at it if I was him. I'd be pretty
Hard
salty.
to look. Yeah, I guess we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, so I'm going to play a little bit more devil advocate here. What if OBJ was at the top of his Lamar's wish list? I mean, maybe they asked Lamar, like, hey, who do you want us to try to get in the offseason? Because
Right.
really, wide receivers weren't that strong this free agent signing. And OBJ has connections with everybody in the league, so I wouldn't doubt if Lamar had him right at the top. The other thing is, Baltimore takes a lot of risks on older wide receivers. From the past like 15 years, they've done this. Like,
Yeah.
Steve
am I
Smith,
crazy
Anquan
I
Boldin.
was just about to say Steve Smith.
Derek-
Well, Anquan
Derek
Bolden
Mason.
switched out. Even last year, Deshaun Jackson, 36, they had him come in.
My read on it is, yeah, it's kind of to get Lamar maybe back on good graces, but I don't think it is to like. I don't think this is going to sway Lamar to go there. Like if he's, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, I'll go play on the tag because you got me Odell. Like, I don't think that's what it is. Also, you got to remember that Beckham played with Todd Monken in Cleveland, which was his best season in the last 5 seasons or whatever. Like, so this could be a Todd Monken kind of like, go get me Odell. I can make him work in this offense.
They've been
I
seeing
think
a lot
I
of
think it's a
2
little bit
tight
of both.
end sets at Georgia. Monken ran a lot of 2 tight end sets.
Mm-hmm.
It's likely that he runs them again in Baltimore.
Mario traded for Likely, so
He's getting excited, huh?
I got to start hyping him up. Yeah.
You got
the
to.
hype train's begun already.
Yeah. So another week, another no signing for Kareem Hunt, Lenny Fournette, and Ezekiel Elliott. As recent as I want to say it was like 2 or 3 days ago, we saw that the Browns have no intentions. They said Kareem Hunt might have lost a step in his speed. I think I said that right.
Mm-hmm.
Newsworthy. Anything to add to that, boys?
I don't think Kareem Hunt at this point in his career is really relevant, to be honest. Like fantasy wise, like
steep RB class.
Yeah, I just don't see
landing
it.
spot's got to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly. That's the thing is like if he does land in a spot where he can get a big workload, it'll at least be of some interest. But I just don't see that. Like you said, like, and what team's gonna want to take on an aging running back? I mean, he's been good, like when he's gotten opportunities, but like if a team is worried about you losing speed, like, and you're aging as a running back, like what other team's gonna come in and be like, no, I really like this aging running back, like, no.
I still love Mo Alley Cox. The
Mac Daddy.
Yeah, I think Zeke's the only one I'm really interested to see where he goes, to be honest.
I am not very interested in any of them. I don't think we see, and I said this already before, I don't think we see any of them signed till after a draft and maybe even sometime in like June. If that. I think this RB class is so deep that teams are like, why are we going to sign them? Maybe for depth later. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Richie James, this is where we're at in the news. This is it. Although Richie James was fun to watch.
I like Richie James.
He got open. He had sure hands. He just wasn't anything crazy special, but he did sign to Kansas City.
That time of the year where we hype up every Kansas City
I wouldn't mind snagging him in a dynasty.
It's worth a shot, right? Like somebody's got to be good.
Deep
Justin
roster.
Ross or somebody.
Saw a clip of Justin Ross playing catch with Patty Mahomes. The Twitter was freaking out.
They're going to.
I was high on him. I was high on him pre-draft last year. I thought he was. I mean, in Clemson, he was a beast.
I mean, people love.
Is he going to be healthy? Yeah. Is he going to be healthy?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's Travis Kelce and everybody else, though, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Jumping back to running back news, Joe Mixon charges were refiled, so he is looking like he's back in trouble. If I'm not mistaken, hey, Norton, can you help me with this? Is it Dave Davenport, the lawyer, Twitter guy? Drew Davenport.
Yeah.
Posted a good thread about this. If you're not following him, I'm sure I don't have his handle available, but Drew Davenport on Twitter posts really interesting stuff about legal situations and kind of talks about Joe Mixon, how this is a misdemeanor, which misdemeanor sounds like it's a little bit better than what the situation could be, but overall it doesn't sound good for Joe Mixon. That it sounds like he is likely guilty because the charges wouldn't have been reopened if they didn't have something in their back pocket about this.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not good for him for sure. It's just
he's been in and out of trouble. He's been
yeah.
It just doesn't look good for his value moving forward. Like, what are you expecting? You know, I don't know. If any, I mean, redrafts, I would draft him because you're going to get him super cheap. And
yeah, you're probably going to get that discount.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind trading for him in a dynasty just to hopefully get a discount. But
I think you're saying redraft, you would draft him, but we'll know by the time redrafts on what the situation is. I truly think he might get cut.
Good.
I think
it's definitely possible. Yeah.
We'll know more about what's going on by redraft time.
Who do they have there?
Nobody. So that's what was my next question was for you guys. Let's forget about the big guys, right? Like the big 3 RBs in Dynasty right now. And I think this is consensus probably. Forget about Bijan, forget about Gibbs, and forget about it's probably Charbonnet, right? That would be the top 3 for you guys?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Just about anybody else that goes, if Cincinnati drafts a running back in round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, does that person skyrocket into your top 5 RBs? Especially if it's the only guy that they grab.
It depends if they grab somebody.
Oh, like they're for sure going to grab somebody. I think.
Yeah, if he's going to be the workhorse there, then yeah, obviously. But I don't anticipate that. I mean, most likely landing spot for Ezekiel Elliott, probably the Bengals. Right? He's going to want to win.
That'd be so gross.
Yeah, he's going to want to win.
Like, quit putting water on the fire that we want to light.
It makes too much sense.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I think you're bringing a good point here, but it's just so boring.
Yeah, but it makes sense, right?
So Norton, some guy, a running back that has been kind of getting hyped up, Kendre Miller. Where's that bump him into your RBs for rookies?
You're saying the situation is that he gets drafted
to
Bengals,
which would probably be what, round 3, I would think.
As I say, like fairly decent draft capital and no one else. And are we what are we saying with Mixon? Is it still like questionable on what happens to him, or is it still, or
let's keep it questionable? Yeah.
I mean, he would still jump up for me for sure. I mean, because obviously you're landing.
He'd probably
in a
be
spot.
your RB4, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, because to me, running back is so much about landing spot. So, like, I mean, obviously there's the talent aspect too, and it's like, and in that offense and stuff. But like, yeah, I mean, that's like a great landing spot, especially knowing that there's then the upside that if Mixon does get cut, then boom. That's the thing is people that price will go crazy at that point.
It will.
Yeah.
And then it might even get dampened again when they sign Zeke right after they draft him.
Well, that's the thing is like, I remember, do you guys remember maybe 2 or 3 years ago with the Keyshawn Vaughn hype as when he got drafted to the Bucks?
I think that was 21.
Okay.
Right? Because was it 20 Ronald Jones or was it 2019 that was Ronald Jones?
See, I don't know, remember for sure. But I remember
it was either 2020 or 2021, yeah.
Yeah, I just remember the Keyshawn Vaughn hype got crazy because going to, there was this pass catching running back, Tom Brady, the whole spiel, and like I remember even in a lot of my rookie drafts, he was going like as high as like 1.08 and like 1.1, 1.10 or whatever. And like, I was just like, man, this is wild. But like at the same time, I mean, you get it because like that's such a prime like running back landing spot if it works out. So like that's the thing is like I think it is a prime running back landing spot. Like we see Joe Mixon like every year. Joe Mixon is so divisive because people just hate him they're like, oh, he's so inefficient, he sucks, he's so horrible. And it's like, dude, that just the role is great. Like the workhorse role, he generally gets a pretty good amount of pass catching work, or at least a serviceable amount, and on a great offense, like it's just a great spot. So like you don't have to be this crazy efficient if you're getting that kind of role. So yeah, I mean, it definitely would probably put him up there 4 or 5, I'm sure, for me. I really haven't dove in much, but
I know. I keep thinking about that. Like these guys that are, like the gems of the second round in rookie drafts right now is really what I'm thinking about, how it bumps them up to probably like a 110, 111, 112 sort of position. Like just from the landing spot that I am pumped to see what happens in the draft. I think you start to really understand what your rookie picks go for. I'm talking too much on this subject. We have last piece of news: Brees looking fantastic, coming back healthy from his ACL. I mean, that sounds good. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that. I mean, it just sounds great.
Yeah,
I mean, believe it when I see it.
Yeah, that's I am
with the thing about
everyone.
Everybody coming off an ACL.
I know. I'm more optimistic than him. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm more optimistic than
Not
Javonte.
Ever, but yeah,
like definitely way more optimistic
than
might be
Javonte.
Out all year. Right, that's the thing. So, but at the same time, I'm still like, to me, it's like, so the way I look at it is Javonte's was like Dobbins, the and then Brees was more like Saquon's, where like
it'll take a year.
more clean. But like, yeah, even Saquon came back and he was like back right away and played, but he wasn't exactly. He still wasn't fully back. Like, and then he was fully back this year. So like, I expect people to be just hyping Brees crazy coming up, and with every glowing report, people are going to move him further and further up, and then he's gonna. I feel like he's going to disappoint relative to ADP, and then next year he's going to drop. And he's going to be amazing. It's just
saying you're just telling Barkley's story, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Saquon story. It's the same thing. It's
how ACLs go, man.
And then it's the same thing, dude. Dobbins was the same thing, just on a lower scale. Like Dobbins, as the thing went on, like do you remember last year when he was hyping himself up and he's like, I'm ready, I'm good. All the video, people were like, oh, Dobbins is back.
But they found out his was worse too.
Right. Well, that's the thing. But the thing was even he was like putting it out there, like when people like even like going at people. Yeah, he was going at people and like saying how he's good and this and that, and then turns out he's not. So it's like, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Brees is more optimistic for sure. But it just it reminds me so much of the Saquon, because I think Brees. I mean, that's the thing, is like there's already reports that he looks fantastic. I mean, it's April.
Yeah. So he's gonna end up going like top 10 in redraft, and that's just too high for a guy coming
that exactly. That's the thing. He's going to be going late first. Most drafts, I'm guessing, by the time August comes, and I'm just going to probably pass at that ADP, unfortunately, because I do love him. But
it might be one of those guys that you're like, Rob writes a buy low piece on and buy him before mid-season point, because by mid-season he'll probably be closer to where he needs to be. That
would be my target. Hopefully he has a terrible first month of the season. Looks bad, and then I can trade for him.
really don't care about your future there, for Brees.
It'll be fun.
He said, "Give me that discount."
We're wishing you that. Yeah. I just
love my discount.
All right, let's get to what we have planned for tonight, which is we're gonna do a jersey mock draft, and of course, Norton is the first to go. I mean, why not? He always is.
And of course, Rob is last.
Yeah. This is, I mean, we figured keep you where your polls are, so keep them at the end.
Yeah, well, all I'll say is my industry pick is looking great. So we'll come back to him. Come back
Industry.
to these drafts. Or not industry.
Succession?
Succession. My Succession pick's looking real
I know,
great right
dude.
now.
It's a late
I've been
bloomer.
meaning to, I meant to talk about this for anybody that watches Succession out there. Freaking amazing episode. But I also feel like
Solidifying
It-
itself is the best show.
it just sucks because like I'm a huge advocate for binging shows. Huge advocate for it. I hate that we're
I'm
kind of
not.
reverting. Until like last night was that first feeling of like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. This moment was amazing. There you go, Robbie. You got
I got a
support.
fan.
The moment was amazing. And like anybody that binges what we watched last night, Rob, just won't quite have the same connection there. I
That's
really
why
believe that.
I love the week to week, man. Build up the anticipation, and when it delivers, nothing like it. There's nothing
I
like
mean,
it.
I'm seeing people say it was like the top 5 moments of TV history.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
I've been trying to like avoid what people have been
you
saying.
saw a
too.
spoiler.
No. I haven't seen
Okay,
spoilers, so
good,
I'm
good,
good. I'm
good.
good.
Just
You
mute
really have to
everything
hide this one.
Succession.
You really should just take that word out and mute it. Mute that. Mute Roy.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm gonna have to because
So before we begin this, Norton, like, are you guys? Is your wife in? Is she invested?
so we watched the first episode of the first season last night, and I kept like looking over to see if she's like how she's feeling about it.
Yeah.
And then I asked her at the end, and she's like, "Yeah, I like it." So I don't know.
You're like, oh,
I'm torn because, like I told you guys, I'm like, part of me is like, man, just hopefully she doesn't, so I can just get on with this. You know what I mean? But then I'm like,
it's nice to have her experience there with you, though, too.
right? That's the thing, yeah. So I'm like, but I think we're at least. I mean, from what it sounds, because I asked her, I was like, "You want to keep watching this?" She's like, "Yeah." So
And it's only luckily it's only you gotta get through 3 seasons. You know, it's not a
right
like a Game of Thrones where you got to do 8.
Right. So yeah. I mean, we might get to episode 2 tonight. I don't know, depending on how tired she is. But then, if not, we'll definitely be working our way through sooner as the week goes on.
I did not sleep well last night. It was
I did. That's the thing is I did see like people. I saw like I think it was Chris Towers said something about like how it was like just an unreal episode of television.
easily the best one I've seen in.
But again, Norton, like you're not going to
Long,
even
long
have
time.
remotely the same sort of feel on this. I really believe that. Like it
Yeah.
just it. And we'll talk. We'll revisit this maybe in 2 months, whatever it may take.
Yeah,
And I really want to know like how your
I think
thoughts on it because
it'll still hold.
I wonder.
I think.
I really wonder.
I think it will.
Especially because now, and thankfully, I don't know if he knows what episode it is on. We should never say what episode that it's on. But if he does know the episode, then it even makes it a little bit tougher because then it's an overhyped episode.
What I'll say, it's very comparable to like the Red Wedding for me. That's how I kind of view it. Just in,
like
in
on a
terms
scale
of like, in terms of like shock and like what the fuck kind of thing. And some people were telling me like this is an episode that like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So it didn't ruin it for me. Still, knowing that there was something big coming.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, and I'm always torn because I'm like, sometimes I hate having to wait like week to week, but like sometimes, like you guys said, like if you got that anticipation building and you like excited, like when I have found like with the shows that like my wife and I have liked the most, it has been the ones where we've always been like up to date on it and like looking forward to that next episode. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like, and a lot of times it's like for us at least ones that like my parents also watch, and so then they're like big on it and they're like we'll all talk about it and whatnot. So like Game of Thrones was a huge one when you know we were always up to date. We were every Sunday looking forward to that Sunday night. Boom.
I can tell you that I binged Game of Thrones and the Red Wedding still did have an impact on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was.
I don't think it hits the same, Rob. I don't think so. I don't know. We'll find out. You're the experiment. Actually, Rob, Alex and Brian are also supposed to be watching this as well. Brian's currently in season 2. Alex, I don't think has necessarily started, but he keeps telling me he's
That
going
show
to. So
on TV.
we have a bunch of experiments here. See if it lands the same. We'll see from 3 different point of views.
No wonder I came in last, man. Why is nobody watching the best show?
It's not. It's not. It's literally like, and I may be understating this a little bit, but I think it was 2 million viewers compared to Last of Us, which was like 10 million.
Wow.
And then you have Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, which I think was like 16 million. So just think of it in terms of that. Like there's their flagship show, and you're only getting 1/8 of viewership on this show.
Crazy.
It is pretty crazy. I do think it's one of those shows that ages better as time goes on, and I don't know, it'll gain a little bit more traction later, I think. Not that it's not popular right now. See, you're probably right. I think Red Wedding will be a cultural thing. A ton of people all watch it at the same time. I think Succession just doesn't have the audience to create a cultural impact. You're probably right. In this niche sort of group of the Succession, of people watching Succession, like you go onto Twitter and you just hashtag Succession. Don't do this if you haven't watched it. And it's just people going wild together. So yes, I don't think it will have quite the same grasp because we just talked about it. The viewership's just not there with Succession. But man, it was insane. I was losing my mind, dude. Losing my mind.
Sweating the whole episode.
And there's other things that I want to say that I won't, but like never mind. We'll get to our podcast because there's just not enough people watching to even have this conversation yet. And I don't think we ever can live because I think it's a show that needs everyone to see it. But so good. It's so good.
Yep.
My anxiety was all
I can't wait to get to it, to be honest.
Dude, so good. It like you saw my text. You guys got my first very like glimpse of text of like me freaking out because I actually thought Rob was like started with it because he said something.
I started like 15 minutes late.
I'm not saying you were super late, but like you said something, and I was like, Rob, it's crazy you say this. I'm going crazy. I'm going nuts right now.
I said the same. I said that exact thing. I was like, Norton, I feel bad. You'll never know the experience of waiting week to week for this show.
That was you pre-watching it too.
Before that.
And I was like, Rob, you saying this is like perfect timing because this is a crazy experience. Yeah. It was nuts. I don't know. I'm pretty passionate about it because it is great.
See, what's wild too is that like, man, it is. I am so torn because, for example, like, Game of Thrones, like I said, we watched week to week like that, but Breaking Bad, I binged, and it's like
his 101 was Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones were like my 2 like favorites probably, and one of them I binged by myself. The other one I watched like with my wife every Sunday night, looking forward to it. Talk with my parents every week basically about it because they were just so into it too. So it's like totally different experiences.
Yeah,
and I loved them, but yeah, and I was like, you know,
there's pros and cons, I think, right?
Yeah,
right. And like The Office, I hated The Office when it first came out. I think I mentioned that during our draft. I was like, I hated it when it first came out, and then we just binged it, and it's like literally my most watched show. Obviously, it's different because it's not like a drama, but it's my most watched show. I've seen like every season all the way through so many times.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how it goes.
Two different experiences. Like, I mean, you just don't you don't let your imagination go wild when you binge. And I think that's the biggest con, right? Like you don't get to think about either over a season's period or even week to week of that, like, oh my gosh, what can happen now? Like with Game of Thrones, I don't know, are we allowed to say spoilers? Like it's Game of Thrones. After season 6, you guys know what happens at season 6. Like everyone thought he was dead for the whole, whatever, was it a year or was that at the end of season 5? Whatever it was, I think it was at the end of season 5. Sorry. Like you guys got to talk about that for so long, and you guys got to talk about who his parents were for all 6 seasons. Like all of those sort of things where I binged it and it was great. I had a great experience binging it, but I never really got to engage in any of that. I never let my imagination. I never really even got to think of like, oh, his parents could be so and so or so and so. Like I never got to explore that because I was binging it, and it
Right.
was just giving me constant information rather than thinking about it and where it could go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that is like you said, that is the con of it for sure, because you don't get that like full like drawn out experience.
Yeah.
Well, we have talked TV shows enough, even though I would like to just run back a TV show mock draft. We are doing a professional jersey mock draft tonight, and Norton, of course, has first. So you are on the clock. That's a good point. Like I guess and maybe this is why. Need no respect. Thomas here says the unfortunate thing about week to week is when the ending falls off a cliff, like Game of Thrones, which was season 8, and you've invested 7 years into it and invested 7 years of your emotions and time, and it falls off. Then it's just a huge investment, and then maybe that's why I don't hate season 8 as much, because I binged it. Like I don't like season 8, but it doesn't really like I could rewatch the whole series and never think twice about it.
Yeah, my hot take always is that I don't hate it as much as everyone else does.
I don't hate it, but I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love it, but
it couldn't live. How do you live up to what they did the first 5?
They just rushed everything really bad.
Yeah, they did.
It's true. Unfortunately,
they needed another 5 seasons.
Right.
That's it. All right, Norton, you are on the clock. I have no clue what I'm doing here, so it's gonna be a struggle for me tonight, boys.
The 101 Norton.
I was gonna say the 101 of the wildest draft where no one has idea of any.
I'll give a rundown, Mario. We're doing jerseys, MLB, NFL, NHL, NBA, a minor league affiliate of any sport, and a wild card pick. So those are the categories that we're gonna run with.
Man, it's tough for me because like I didn't know what I wanted to do with the first pick, because I was like, I don't even know what you guys are gonna do with these.
This is a crap shoot.
This one's gonna be wild. It's a wild one, and I think like I was talking to my wife earlier. I was telling her about this, and I was like, I think like overall there's like I have a couple MBAs that are like my top probably, but at the same time like there's a lot of them that I really really like. So I think I'm gonna go NFL first here. This is probably the chalk pick here, but it is the Chargers powder blue.
Yeah, I think that was the 101.
I felt like that's the one. It is my favorite. There's another one that's like really really close for me for NFL, and I thought about like just skipping powder blue, thinking that one of you two would probably take it in the next 4. Seeing how popular it is, and I mean it is my like top one with I do love it. Like whenever I was playing Madden, I used to try to get the Chargers and get the powder blues going. Always wanted to play that, and there it is, baby. It's just
the powder blue Chargers. I think that's they're just chalk pick of the NFL for sure.
It is. But
I might be taking the second one, maybe.
I'm interested to hear, but I do love it. Honestly, I think they just look awesome.
Yeah,
I gotta go with the Eagles. Kelly Green.
It's high on my list.
That was on my list as well.
102, but I do that for my boy Jalen Hurts. Bring back the throwbacks for the Eagles.
Yeah,
I like it.
I really like those jerseys. I don't know. I don't have as much history with them like you have the Chargers powder blue.
Yeah. Now the Eagles Kelly Green ones are awesome. Yeah, dude. I loved it when
they're very
Vic had it, dude.
Yeah, these are great. Kelly Green, anything, man.
I agree.
It just kills it.
They're clean. The
helmet's perfect with it.
Yeah. I always think I love that when they did the throwbacks with Vic, dude, because I just love Vic. But like it makes me think of Randall Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I always think of when I see the
because I think they had him twice. I think 1985 to 1999 was the last time they that they were the main jerseys.
Okay. That was definitely up there on my list. It wasn't the one I thought you were going to go with, but
All right,
It's
so
gonna
you
be a
guys
struggle
hit
for me tonight,
NFL pretty
boys.
hard. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Is college counting minors or no?
No, you could use it for a wild card.
Lame.
Sorry, dude. These are the rules.
So G League counts in minors then, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
you can do G League. All right,
You
so
got a
I'm gonna
couple
go
on
with
there,
the
dude.
9.
What?
I got a couple on there.
Do you?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking. Oh, I'll double tap here. So,
He's gonna hit us with some bangers here.
Yeah, let's go, Robbie.
I got it. I'm pulling it up. So I'm gonna go with
have I not been pulling mine up either? Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm trying to do 3 things at once. All right, so I'm going with NBA. I'm gonna go with the Raptors purple 90s edition with the actual dinosaur on the logo. I mean, it's the
on my
cleanest.
list.
It's the best, especially with when Vince Carter was.
Oh,
He
dude.
put that on during the windmill, right?
He did,
During the
yeah.
dunk
Well, he had
contest.
it, yeah, in the dunk competition. I have that poster. I had that poster on my wall growing up, dude.
Easily my favorite NBA jersey of all time.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's funny, dude. I was talking to a coworker earlier about this too, and he's like big into jerseys and stuff, big into jerseys, like shoes and hats and stuff. And he was like, so I was telling him about it. He's like, oh man, he's like the Raptors with the Raptor. He's like, it's gotta be the purple one, the purple Raptors with the Raptor. He's like, that's the one right there. I was like, dude, I do love that one.
the Raptor on Raptor, baby.
Oh, I see Robbie's next.
Yep,
Is that Randy?
that's Randy.
I saw it.
Kind of a theme I got going on. You know, you like kind of my color scheme I like. I'm going with
like
the
that one.
2001 Diamondback white with the purple sleeves.
When they were in the World Series, basically.
Yeah.
I like it, dude. I had that one on my list too, actually.
It's just giving me little pictures, so we're gonna go with that. But hold on.
Where'd he go? He just disappeared.
Oh, there he is.
There he goes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you got mustard on there?
I'll throw it on here.
Let's see you up close. You got mustard on there?
No, it's a signature.
Okay.
Ooh. Is it Luis?
I don't know who it is. I think it's just who made the jersey.
All right, we're gonna.
But I will be rock. It does look like a stain, don't it?
It looks like
on
mustard
camera.
from here, but yeah.
Well, we're gonna
when it's
rock
small.
with it.
We'll just say it's game worn.
Oh. Man, oh
That's
man.
legit. I like that, honestly. It was on my list of MLBs.
Yeah, that's my. There's another one that I really like, but this is probably my favorite. For me, that was like when I fell in love with baseball. I think was watching that 2001 World Series with Randy and Schilling, and it was just such a fun series to watch.
Dude, that was
what?
such a great one. I loved it. I love Randy so much.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a classic like a favorite a classic jersey here, but I have a better one that I just need a moment to pull up the picture for it. But I don't know if I'm gonna find it quick enough, so that's the only issue. But we're gonna see. Dang it. I don't think I can find it quick enough. It just came up. I just had this picture come up on my feed yesterday too. Did I screen grab it? Of course I didn't. God bless it. Let me.
You could say it and I can look it up.
But it was with me. It was small me, dude. It was small
Nobody
me. Cavs jersey.
Ooh.
You probably think it's going to be the orange and blue, but it's not. It's the black and the light blue. They wore them in the 90s.
Was the one with the hoop on, or the net, the basket and the net on it?
Yeah.
I like to call those the Sean Kemps and the Ricky D's.
Light blue jersey. Let me see if I can find them.
Wait, what's that? You said it was light blue jersey?
It was
Or
black
black?
and light blue.
Yeah. Dude, I probably have it on. If you look at my my profile pic on Twitter.
I want to say it's this one.
These?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, if you see, there's the Sean Kemp. There it is, dude.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
So I just call it the Sean Kemp then.
Sean Kemp.
The Sean Kemps, the Ricky Davises. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid, the first game I ever went to, I think they wore those jerseys, and it was Sean Kemp era. And that was the first game I ever went to when I was younger, and then
Let's get the full effect here.
but yeah, dude, I don't know if you guys ever seen my there it is, baby.
Yeah,
In all its
with
glory.
the hoop on the leg.
Yeah. My profile picture is from my wedding.
And
And
you
it
guys have
has-
the jerseys, right?
Yeah, so I bought all the groomsmen a different LeBron jersey from basically like all the different eras. And then like one of them was, I mean, obviously LeBron never wore all these, I don't think, but like it was basically Cavs jerseys from different eras of Cavs, and they were all LeBron jerseys, but and then there was a St. Vincent St. Mary one, but yeah, that was one of them. But yeah, I love those jerseys, honestly.
That's a good
Those
one,
ones
Mario.
always. What was that?
That's a good one.
They have that one has a special place in my heart because I used to have that jersey and I used to wear it all the time.
Man,
All right, Norton.
this is tough, dude, because this is really tough because there's all right, I think I might just end up locking up my wild card here right away.
I like it.
I don't know if I want to. Okay, so the first one I'm going to go with is NBA. And I love this one so much, and it's the Vancouver Grizzlies teal throwbacks. Like, especially when I loved them when they had them, but then even like the new like throwback ones that like they had with Ja,
Mhm.
and dude, those ones, they're just like
That was on my list.
the teal throwbacks, dude. They're so good. They're unreal.
That was on my list.
Definitely one of my. This is the one I thought about taking. At 101, but I was like I'm gonna risk it, see if they come back to me. So it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. This is a definitely, yeah, for sure. This is definitely a jersey that if I got another or like an NBA jersey that wasn't Cavs, it'd be right up there at the top of my list for sure.
I have the I got the black Grizzly, Vancouver Grizzly Mike Bibby.
I like that too.
That's
I
one
like
of
those.
my few select.
I really like that one too.
Yeah.
The
logo's tough to beat, man. That Grizzly logo's tough to beat.
It's so good, dude. It's fun, dude. I'm cracking up because like I feel like most of the best jerseys, like thinking about it, and like the ones that we picked and stuff, and like all like the 90s, 2000s.
100%.
I'm gonna bring a fresh one here soon.
He's bringing in a
that
fresh.
I just
I
love.
feel, yeah. All right, for my second one, my third, technically my third pick here. I'm just gonna go ahead, lock up my wild card, going on another NBA here, and we're gonna go with the Miami Heat Vice City editions.
Oh, that's a fresh one too, ain't it?
Yeah, they just started them maybe 5 years ago ish.
Black. Or the pink and blue.
I like the white. I honestly like the whites the best. The black or the whites. The OG blacks or the OG whites. Like They've started
you
getting
tell
a little.
me. This is your pick.
This is we'll go with the whites. We'll go with the whites. They've got a little crazy. They're starting to get crazier and crazier with them every year when they're doing the city editions. They've been like tweaking them, and now they're like the newest one I think is like ombre, where it's like
Yeah.
pink and blue ombre. But like I love the clean, crisp whites with the pink and blue color
Yeah.
or letters and outline trim. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with those. And I mean, I'm locking up that, yeah, right there, dude.
Those are so cool. Those are
Yeah.
really cool. I remember seeing those and being like, those are awesome.
Yeah, I love it, dude. It was so, they're just so like clean. They look so awesome. And it's just so great. The black ones are great too.
Yeah, the black are cool.
Yeah.
But I like the white better.
I do too, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I locked up the wild card already, so
You did.
but I had to do it.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Things you just hate to see, dude. I don't even know where I'm going here. Ugh. I had one, but I really couldn't find the exact one. Oh. All right.
Well, what is it? I can look it up.
I can't really explain it because I couldn't find it. I know the team,
What team?
but I couldn't. It was Miami Marlins.
Is it the teals or the white and teals?
It's like it's kind of with all it. I really don't remember, but I remember just being they were like super colorful. And I think the only ones that I found were like the outlines of Miami being super colorful. But I'm not going with that. I'm going to find something here.
It's not the Devil Rays?
It might have been the Devil Rays. See, that's saying.
I was gonna say, because the Marlins ones that like were super popular were
The
like
black.
either that or they had like the whites or the teals.
The white pinstripe?
Yep, and with the teal, it had like the teal hat too,
Yeah.
and like
The Devil Rays had
It may have been the Devil Rays. Let me see real quick. Give me 1 second.
gotcha.
No, those aren't it.
Well, this is what I was kind of going with. So what I thought you were talking about.
No, that's not it for me.
Okay.
Damn it.
I do love those Rays ones too.
Yeah.
They're
They are-
cool. They just
They're on the list.
Were they?
They're on my list. Yes, they are.
You still got MLB?
I still got MLB to go.
Uh-oh, Robbie's gonna snipe you.
No.
I'm
I
torn.
like those. They're not on my list though.
I'm torn on my MLB one though. But
There's a lot of good ones.
yeah, that's yeah.
I have one. Just give me like 10 more seconds here.
We need
All
a
right, I got
timer.
it. I got it. Anaheim Ducks. Whatever one looks like the Mighty Ducks, baby.
What color?
It's like a green and it's like black, like the teal and black.
I got you. With the purple?
What does he expect from me? He's like, "Where's Pittsburgh? Where's the Penguins? The Penguins should be up there." Hey, are the Penguins about to make the playoffs?
Uh-oh. He said,
Oh yeah, baby. They're like the maroon purple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to take them next. So
yeah, I had them
Well,
up on the list.
House is crapping
well
on it.
played.
Dude. I don't. He's saying poor prep, dude. But jerseys just aren't. I just don't pay attention to jerseys. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I didn't give enough warning on that. In the
I don't hold it against you.
when we talked about it for a week.
I know.
Oh man, I could have gone with the cool, like newer version of them too. Those ones are kind of cool.
There's a new jersey that I would take, but I don't think anybody would know what it is. You know what? I don't think jerseys really matter. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. No, I'll go.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with it.
Do it. Go with it.
I'm going with it. I'm pulling it up. I think they came out this year, so not too many people are gonna know what we're talking about.
I feel like this is MLB.
This is
Is
a
it?
hockey jersey.
Oh,
So it is the Stars all white retro jerseys.
Dude, I like.
those are pretty
I saw.
slick.
I was because I'm not big on hockey or up on hockey as much. I was looking up stuff earlier for hockey. I was looking at. I was like, damn, these are
They have the
clean
best
though.
jerseys, man. All
These
of
are
them.
pretty clean.
Yeah.
Oh, the jerseys, yeah, they're awesome.
They have the best jerseys. But I saw these today when I was looking around, and dude, I fell in love with these. I think they're awesome. The all white Stars. I believe they're called the Retro Edition or something like that. But I think they came out this year. So whatever. I'm gonna come in last anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You hate to hear it, dude.
hate to hear
He's
it.
just defeated.
I've been defeated.
Robbie, I should really easily lose this one.
Oh, you got the Ducks though, so that'll get you some picks.
I was gonna say that's gonna get
Good,
some
good,
That'll get you some
nostalgia
picks.
picks right there.
good.
I feel like I'm gonna get some picks strictly just because Chargers are powder blue. Probably.
Well, I'm about to throw you guys a curveball, and you guys are gonna either hate it or love it. What was that team that you just picked, Robbie? It was the Stars.
Yeah, Dallas Stars.
Dallas Stars, retro whites, right?
Retro whites.
Those are clean though, for real. I remember I looked up
Yep.
those earlier, and I was like, man, I really like those.
And I'm gonna go with my wild card. I'm gonna go with my favorite baseball player ever, one of my favorite jerseys ever. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Mariners Steel 90s Ken Griffey Jr. edition
Did he steal this from you?
with the little star on top of the M. I think they're clean.
I had it like real high up.
Yeah, that is my.
I feel like he jacked this from you.
I love that. I love the pick. I love the pick.
I love it too. I'm not gonna lie. I debated. So
Griffey made it iconic.
yeah, for sure. I think I mentioned it. How I have the Griffey jersey, and it's like my favorite. I debated so long between that jersey. He said he's back in the game. That jersey right there, or another Mariners jersey, and I ended up going with the other.
Okay.
And the one I bought, obviously, but like, I don't know. Sometimes I second guess it to this day.
The teal is so nice.
Yeah. I think the reason I didn't get it at the time was because I didn't know how well the teal would go with other things, like possibly. So that was like the deciding factor. But I'm always like, man,
did you go with the white?
The creams, yeah. It was like that one's very high up on my list too. I may end up taking it. I don't know, but it's really up there.
All right, boys. I'm going to go with the San Diego Padres. The white, pink, and green ones. Do you know what ones I'm talking about? They're new. I think they were 2022.
Oh, wow.
I think I know what you're talking about.
They also have a cool teal one too, but I think the white ones they actually wore quite a bit. Yeah, look at how slick those are.
I was gonna say that's a pick that, like you said,
bold statement.
Yeah, either people will either love it or hate it or not. I mean, if they know what it is.
For baseball, I love those.
I kind of love it too. I'm a big fan of like just wild stuff, just stuff that pops and flashy.
There he is. There's my guy, House.
He's back in the
Back in
game.
the game.
Even you saying that was just like real sad to hear. Like, oh, does minors count XFL?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, give the people what they want, you know.
Yeah. Those Padres jerseys look like a beer league softball team. I can't argue. I can't argue with it.
Yeah, for people who are listening, look it up. San
Look it
Diego
up.
Padres, pink and green, and you'll find it.
It's
a
an
wild.
interesting choice.
It's very interesting and
Can
wild.
you guys get off? This is not my forte. All right, just
Hey,
let me
do
live my
you.
life. Especially you, House. Let me live my life. All right, you got the. I am gonna. You guys are gonna be pissed about my last pick. So
Put that
really
board
excited
up.
to see all the hate there too.
Gotta see what I need. Okay. I got this.
Interesting stuff we got. I think for this pick, I'm gonna go with NHL. I'm gonna take an iconic one here. We're gonna go with the Chicago Blackhawks red jerseys.
Yep.
Every
Yep.
time I see them, dude, I see people wearing them. I don't even like. I'm not that I don't like hockey, but I don't really follow it or watch it as much. But every time I see it, I'm like, man, I was like, damn,
Yep.
these are
great.
These are slick right here. I was like, I need to get me one of these.
There's so many good hockey jerseys.
Were they
Yeah.
the
So many.
red jerseys you said?
They're the red ones. They have like they're like the long sleeves, and then like that has like the pinstripe at the bottom, like the black and white pinstripe at the bottom, and like at the near the end of the sleeves. But you could just say
What do
you could just
red
say
jerseys.
yeah, you can say. I think Robbie will pull these up here in a minute. And,
I got you.
Once you kept
This-
going, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what else to type. Like you were like pinstripe. They're black and white as well. Like it would have been so long.
I got you. Give me small here. Small images.
Yeah, there they are. There they are, baby.
Yeah, those are clean.
Yeah, you gotta love those. You gotta love those. And so, oh man, my MLB one, I'm pretty torn because I don't want to go Mariners as well.
Can.
I know, but it's just I can't do it.
It would be
No.
kind of lame to like pull because Robbie sniped it, like the Ken Griffey jerseys,
Yeah,
and you'd be like, "Yeah, I got the ways."
I know.
Great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the one that I have is the one that I actually have is they're kind of like the cream throwbacks,
Yeah.
and that's the one that I actually have, the Griffey jersey.
It's up to you, man. It's
But
up to you.
I think what I'm gonna go with here, I'm gonna go with it's another wild one for to look at. So people are either gonna love it or hate it on the eyes here. It's the Astros retros.
Oh, those I saw those when they kept popping up.
The red and orange retros with
Those
the
ones are gonna be
big ass
more
blue
talky.
star.
Yeah.
Than mine.
Yeah, I kind of love those, dude. That's the Nolan Ryans, and those ones. But yeah, I love the. It just makes me think back to when they had Roy Oswalt, and they would throw them on as a throwbacks a little bit.
Yep. The good old days, huh?
Yep. Oh yeah. Good old Roy Oswalt, man.
He was good.
I don't think anyone tuning in thought they were going to be
Hear
hearing about
that.
Roy Oswalt today. Lance Berkman.
Lance Berkman was my dude. Him and Jeff Bagwell.
Jeff Bagwell, dude. Yeah.
Jeff Bagwell.
He had that big pad on his hand.
Oh yeah.
All right, boys. I think this is a good time to think about wild card and what that means, right? Does that mean wild card you could go wherever you want to go with it?
Anywhere you want to go.
Because I have two. And I think I have to do this one. Give me the Oregon Ducks 2012 Rose Bowl jerseys.
I was thinking, I was like, if it's wild card, someone's taking the Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
They're wild. They are wild always. They're some of the coolest jerseys.
They really are.
Which ones are these? I'm trying to think. Okay. I love the helmet on it.
Helmet. Yeah.
I didn't know if it at first when you were thinking, I didn't know if you were going with those wild
Lime greens.
the yellow, like the
Those are
the
too
lime
much.
green
I like
yellows.
lime greens. They really like you could pick for me at least. Like I really like all their. There was a breast cancer one that was really cool too, where it's like all black and pink outline.
Mhm.
Those
Yeah,
are pretty slick.
I love them. It just kind of, for me, it takes the like college, you think nostalgia and just like tradition and that kind of thing. I feel like it takes that out of the program.
I
Like
was
the Buckeyes, Alabama,
yeah,
Michigan, Notre Dame, the gold helmet.
I was contemplating doing the Toon Squats here. You guys have already used your wild cards.
Hey,
I was contemplating.
that would have
it.
been a
Yo.
good pick. You would have got some picks.
You-
I was
If I-
thinking about it.
I'll tell you something about it after, if I don't take something for my minors.
Robbie, you finish yours off here,
I'm up, huh? Oh, my
Bucko.
bad. Okay, so it doesn't matter what I go, I guess. I will go NFL.
What do you have left?
I have NFL.
NFL and minors.
NFL and minors. We'll go with the 76 Tampa Bay Bucks. Creamsicle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this is a chalk one right here.
I thought that's what Mario was taking when he said
It was
number
all
2.
over the list.
We'll go with the creamsicle.
It was
Tampa Bay
all
Bucks.
over
for
'em.
sure.
I love
I
these
thought
jerseys.
about waiting on the NFL because I love the creamsicle.
The
so
helmet
much, dude.
is so perfect with it. Yeah, I love these. How do you
Yeah.
not like that?
Well,
I mean,
they put a heavy emphasis on them in the last couple of years,
they have.
especially that logo.
Yeah,
Dude.
they're bringing it back for sure.
I love it so much, dude. I love
Yeah.
the creamsicles. They're so good.
Give me the creamsicles. And then I will go. So for my minors, the hockey minor league team that I grew up watching.
There's minor league hockey teams.
hmm
Jesus.
You may have been to one if you've been to. Well,
I've
maybe
been to a
not.
couple.
Oh, Lake Erie.
No, so that is
They
a
are.
minor league hockey
They
team.
are, yeah.
I
This
have been
was-
to one of those.
This was before Lake Erie Monsters. This was when I was a kid. The Cleveland Lumberjacks
Dude, yeah.
Oh, those are slick.
Dude,
with the beaver in the middle. It is one of my favorite jerseys ever. I had one when I was a kid. I can't find them because I've been looking for years
You
to
can't
buy
find
one of
them
these.
anywhere.
Can't find them anywhere. Been on eBay. I've been on everywhere.
dude, they're so awesome. I had it on my list too.
With the
I
saw in the middle. I mean, they were the best.
I remember when I
Best
was a
jerseys.
kid, and then I remember because I didn't really follow hockey for a while, especially for a while, and then all of a sudden I'm like, someone's like, "Yeah, you guys want to go to a Monsters game?" And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, the Monsters, Cleveland Monsters." I'm like, "You're talking about the Lumberjacks?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no,
they
dude.
they folded. So the Lumberjacks folded, and then some team, I don't know where, bought the rights to the name Lumberjacks. And then when they came back, they could not use that same logo.
Was it another rollerblade team?
Probably.
What was that? What was that about? The rollerblade team had some sort of name. That was a couple years ago. It was something in Cleveland, though.
It was,
Oh, it was when the
Yeah.
Guardians were changing their names.
yep.
It's the Cleveland Guardians. It was probably the same rollerblading club at the Lumberjacks.
They just trademarked every name that they could think of.
Yeah. All right, dude, because I want to be, progressive and inclusive to our new NFL minor team. I got to go with the Las Vegas Vipers here. They're slick.
Black or red? No, black.
The
You're going
black,
black.
yeah.
Not bad. I don't mind them.
Slick. Very new school, right?
Yeah, clean.
I like the color scheme. I like black and red as a
black
color
and
scheme,
red,
though.
tough to beat.
Yeah.
Nothing like my Lumberjacks, but it's okay.
All yours has purple in it, Rob. Purple or light blue.
Yeah,
Except for the creamsicles.
All right, Norton.
Closing it out. I got to go with the Miners here.
Yes, you do.
I'm torn here.
I'll be honest, that was my only minor league.
This is really tough for me because I don't pay attention to much sports outside of NFL and college football. But outside of that, tough.
Man. I'm so torn here. Dude, because the thing is like there's so many like there's so
the
many.
Lumberjacks was a Penguins farm team, Rob. You're supporting a Pittsburgh chain?
That was before Columbus was around, I believe.
Shame
So
on
whatever.
you, Rob.
I just like the jerseys.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame.
If Faust was on here, it'd be straight. He would have went Pirates. He would have went Steelers. He would have went.
The Bumblebees
have a
would
bad
be
fit.
on here for sure. The Bumblebees would actually absolutely be on here right now
That's funny because
with Big Ben.
So let's see here. I have a few different ones here, but I think I gotta go with for my minor league.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll believe it when we see it.
Savannah Bananas.
What? The fun team or whatever? Where
Yeah.
they're like clowning?
Yeah, the Savannah Bananas. It's the
I don't
white-
hate these.
the white and yellows. Like they're half white, half yellow. They got a banana on them.
Yeah.
It says bananas in blue. It's clean. It's pretty
That's a
clean.
good pick.
This
back,
isn't
it
even
actually is
minor- This isn't a minor team. You guys are cheating.
That's a minor league team.
I'm kidding.
You look at
Oh.
even the back. They got the state on it with the number right now.
Yeah.
This ain't
those are-
this ain't the joke team, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is.
They have different
They're
jerseys
considered
too.
a minor team, or are they considered like the farm league or whatever?
They are like a minor league team, I believe.
So
From
where
what
they
I-
dance around and stuff.
Yeah,
I picked an XFL team. I'm not hating on the pick at all. I'm just trying to understand what like actually, because I thought there was like a joke league or whatever.
They just like I'm trying to think bananas. What the actual like?
Savannah Bananas.
House, do
A
you
good
think
pick.
any of us are super excited about the Browns jerseys? That would be homerism to the max right
Yeah.
there. I would rather go. I was considering the all white Bengal stripes were pretty slick.
Yes, those are.
Dude, that was one very high up on my list. The all
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
They were on my
Bengals,
list too.
Monaco. The wall.
I
yeah.
just couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, Savannah Bananas are in the Coastal Plain League, which is a summer collegiate league.
It works.
But it's like jokes, right?
We
I'm
will
not saying it
accept.
doesn't work. I really am just trying to understand.
They
probably
just
do
like
that.
do wild stuff. Like I think they mostly do it like for the fan stuff, kind of like Bat on Fire and like different wild things. But I know, dude, I know they sell out like crazy though.
Mhm.
Like someone,
Yeah,
my
'cause it's
stepmom
funny.
was like, yeah, my stepmom was trying to get tickets like at one point. And she said it was like insane trying to get them. But yeah, they were part of like the Coastal Plain League or something, which is like a minor league affiliate league of there's so many different like
Yeah.
leagues and stuff in baseball, but he said the wild
There really
cards,
is,
Harlem.
like even around us and stuff. Like what is it?
Trotters would have
You
been
had
a
the
good
Lake.
pick.
Oh,
Dude,
Mine
I-
also the ABA Nets jerseys
I like
with,
those too.
with Julius Erving. I think those are super clean.
What were some more that you guys had for different
I'll just give a couple. I had the San Jose Sharks, the black ones. The
I love
Red
those.
Wings,
Red Wings is a
the
classic.
white on red. I think those are super clean. Baltimore Orioles, all black.
Yep.
Oilers, powder blue.
Had that on the list.
And then the Oakland A's, green.
I like those.
The Orlando blue pinstripes when Shaq was on the team.
Yeah, with the star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Charlotte Hornets throwbacks.
Yep. I had all those literally on my list. Charlotte Hornets. So the Suns was the Phoenix Suns, like the Barkley throwbacks, were my next like on my ranking of basketball. But then after that was Charlotte Hornets teal throwbacks.
Those throwbacks with the Hornet on it.
Yeah. The Magic Star throwbacks, the Denver Nuggets throwbacks with the skyline.
Yeah.
Like the rainbow and the skyline. Seattle Supersonics throwbacks.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Supersonics, dude. I loved them.
The
Golden State, yeah, dude. Golden State Warriors, the City throwbacks. Had the Cavs blue and orange. Utah Jazz purple notes. I had for some hockey, I had the Flyers, all blacks.
I had the Flyers on mine. I had the orange ones though.
Oh, okay, those ones are awesome too. Honestly, I had the Nashville Predator yellows, all yellows. St. Louis Blues, primary blues. Toronto Maple Leafs blues. The Avalanche whites.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I like all the Avalanche ones are.
They're cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was when I first started like kind of liking hockey for a little bit. That was the team that I like loved for whatever reason. I don't even
That's
know
everybody.
why.
Everyone says the same thing.
Yeah, like it was like during that
It's
time.
just the jerseys, man, and they're always good.
Yeah, but dude, the one that I was thinking of taking for minors was when Mario said the Looney Tune stuff. Fort Wayne Mad Ants had a Looney Tune edition.
Oh, that's cool.
Jersey, dude. Some of the G League ones, they had like one of them had like a SpongeBob, where it was literally like, dude, if you ever look it up, it's like they're like all yellow like this, and like that actually was like the pants had like looked like his pants. Yeah. And like with so they had those. There was a Grand Rapids Drive, had the Flint Tropics edition.
Oh, okay.
So that was
cool.
Yeah, I also had Durham Bulls on mine.
I had Durham Bulls.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was the other one I would have picked.
Yeah, I did put the Lake Erie Monsters on there too, and Manitoba Moose.
I had that. I saw that.
Nobody had the Green Bay ones where it's like the circle on them. The Packers. I like those ones.
Yeah.
Jordy wore them before.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The blue ones.
The Blues.
I also really like the Cavs black short sleeve ones because it always just reminds me of playoff LeBron.
I actually do love those too, where it actually has a sleeve.
I like the sleeves actually a little bit more. A lot of times I like the sleeves.
Yeah, I did too. I liked them more than like seemed like people did.
I know because they're not very popular.
Yeah, I feel like for football, I don't know if you guys felt like it. There was like it felt like to me there was like a few like really top heavy in the football ones, like the Charger powder blue, the creamsicles, the Kelly greens, like maybe a couple like the Bengal all whites were up there for me. But then like it kind of drops off a little bit. I had the Houston Oilers powder blue. I had Falcons all blacks.
Carolina didn't fall on that list a lot, and I honestly Panthers usually have pretty slick jerseys.
Yeah, I like the Panthers.
I like the all black Panthers.
I like their light blues too. Or blues.
I put the Patriots Reds, the throwback with the white helmet with the dude on it.
Yeah.
The Falcons all black are pretty slick too.
Yeah, as I said, I had that on my list, and then the Cowboy stars on the shoulders.
I'm a fan of the Cowboys.
Really?
I could honestly live without them.
No, that's fair.
Like the Browns to me, they're very basic.
They are basic, but I think that's why I liked the star ones because they were just the most different from everything else that they have, like the star on the shoulder or whatever. And then Denver orange, the orange crush ones with the light blue helmet, and the orange jersey. And then I had I love the Miami Dolphin like teal ones.
That's a good one.
The shoulder, and like the shoulder has like the white and orange stripes right there.
Yeah,
dude, I love those so much.
The Ricky Williams.
I also the Seahawks color rush, or I'm a big fan of those ones. Those are
really I honestly expected one of you guys to take that. Like I felt like it was a very chalky one. Like I even asked my wife, just like I even asked my wife, I'm like, what's your favorite ones, first ones you can think of? Because she's not like huge into sports, and she's like, the first one she said, she's like, I think I like those Seahawks ones, those neon ones. And then I was like, oh man, that's a chalky one. And then the other one she said was the Miami Heat Vice City ones. She loved those, but like
I forgot about those ones. That's such a good. I think that was my favorite pick probably because I really like those.
Yeah, I love them. I remember when they came out.
I'm big into that like Vice City sort of color scheme. That's why I went with the Padres one. It's similar, but not quite there.
Right, it is really similar.
Like 90s sort of weird, like those. That's a funny vibe to me. It's a funny jersey color.
For sure. Yeah.
Are you walking with those weights in the back?
Yes.
Those 2-pounders?
No, those are Jess's. I did actually. I've been running. Okay, so, and I did try to run with those for a minute. And I was like, oh, my legs instantly, they're 6 pounds total, 3 on each side. My legs instantly felt like there was 20 more pounds on me. I'm like, no, I'm putting these down.
I could just see you power walking with a headband on your weight on the treadmill.
I've been running.
Dude, I got to get Brian to play some ball. I got to get him in there, man. I got to get him in there. Get him hooping.
Yeah, he went. I think he was golfing today, but he's got another kid on the way. He's gonna be always busy anyways. I can't.
I tell you.
All right, boys. I would like to formally announce my retirement from a jersey mock draft. So
that was a good one.
I don't know what we have next week, but we're gonna probably get a draft episode in here and then maybe even go live on draft night.
Yeah, I'd like to go live on draft night, and I think we'll start doing some live rookie drafts maybe.
Especially after draft.
Yeah, definitely after.
I think you're cutting out a little bit, but it's something that you tell me that never happens to me. If you're not already following Norton, check him out at Norton0723. Check us out on Twitter at DadBodFS. Everywhere else you can get us, DadBod Fantasy Squad. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Rob.
All the major streaming platforms. Go vote for me.
The poll is already up for best team on Twitter. Go place your votes. Don't kill my team too much. For myself, for the two Robbies, peace.